You're live.
Okay. Hi, everyone, and welcome. This is Karen Newman. This is the Saturday Human Colony Hucolo webinar. It is Saturday, the 4th of July. Happy Independence Day, America, 2020. We have as our very special guest called back into service a little more quickly than anticipated, Jim Charles. Thanks, Jim. He was on a little holiday, so we're glad you're back. I hope you had a great holiday.
I did.
Yeah, and then why don't we start with, well, I'll introduce the people that are in the room. We have quite a lot, so you can't see everybody, but it's quite a lot of people. We have Elga, Yana, Jim, of course, Angie, Barbara, Kathy, Christine, Jay, Jonathan, Julie, Kate, Ladetta, Maria, Michelle, Peter, Rivka, Selesh, Sheer, Stephanie, and Dawn, of course, and myself. So welcome. Angie, why don't you start with your announcement?
Hi, everybody. Our workshop this year is still up in the air about being in person. However, New York State now allows for gatherings of 10 or less. So if we are able to do small group in person as well as online, we are hopeful that we are going to be able to do that. The workshop is August 13th to the 17th. Of course, there will be adjustments made if we do have to do it online as well. The price, if it isn't going to be in person, will be $575. However, if you are only going to do online classes, there will be a fee for each class. We have not, Jim and I have not discussed what the price will be on that. If you are interested, there's going to be a lot of new topics that are going to be discussed and taught. If you are interested in participating, workshop at hucolo.org. And if you're also interested in any just specific classes and you haven't seen anything online about what's available, what you would like, classes at hucolo.org as well. Thank you.
You're welcome. Okay. All right. So we'll start with our blessings. How's that? We'll start with Barbara. Where are you, Barbara?
Shatatiata hokoshamatikiati. Tukoto hahayata patiata ko koshonayata kashikisiato. Kosoto patihakia sanaki. Kitia shakoakiatiki. Tiapakata kitiki hishitiakata korota patiki. Hiata koatiata koata.
The light will always shine. Gather your truth and share it with others if they choose to hear it. Remember that this is a time of great disruption in the world and within each individual as well, for we are learning to participate with you in a whole different way than we were before. But keep in mind that we are still on the same page as far as the light is concerned.
Thank you. Rivka. You're muted.
Hucolo 𝗲𝗏𝗂𝗏𝗂𝗏𝗂𝗏𝗂𝗏𝗂𝗏𝗂𝗏𝗂 Ashime ele o ayuja ahotu aloko mahashaho to chitako toko.
We send loving energy to the human race. We see that there is a decline in energy in some places, but we are not worried, for it is coming back up. We love you, and we are here to support in any way that we can. You know us as the White Dragons, but we are here only as peaceful guardians and helpmates for you.
Okay, perfect. And then Kathy.
𝗬𝗓𝗏𝗡𝗏𝗡𝗏𝗡 Sishu ura la rosha maru takari sharadio. Eleusha fator manaru taho peshi shura. Sidaru uru inuari. Letosha seru nakari ura la rora manosha. Tahu uru asha matore ashadu. Late puru siru manuva fenzovari. La rosha sishi maru plese tiri alosha. La fase vuso fenzi. Lora aru isha. Pesitaru laru manu siru aluvatari.
In these times of quarantine and distance, remember to open yourself up and be self-examining yourself and knowing who you are. For when the darkness passes, you will be the light. You are the light already to those online and to those around you. Be aware how you are seen by the world. This is a critical time, for growth is necessary for the human race and not deception. Be aware of who is with the light and who is not, for it is time for you to learn discernment.
Thank you. For the sake of time, I'm going to ask Dawn and Angie to do their blessings now, because then that way at the end we can just go. So Dawn, why don't you go ahead?
Thank you, Karen. Tarufnanasik istutunia tiska tus malia tiske hisututura. Yakatia tiauntuhiba. Yalakatotis alat irtushen. Yakatia akatonia kminant. Yakaskulayant yakashke. Yasu yaka.
We are many here in the universe and you are relatively few, but we see that we can help in many ways with our energies, prayers, and meditations. Allow us to be a part of you. Open up to the greetings and positive energy that is us, and we will guide you and direct you along with the God that is yours as well, but he also guides us so we can guide you.
Great, thank you. Angie?
We have been through sensitive times as well, and we understand what you are going through now. There is a great amount of fear on your planet which should be dispersed, and we will help with that. Loving energy is what you need to show to all. Loving energy is what the world needs at this time. Loving energy and, of course, God's love is that energy. And so be attuned to the purest forms of his love.
Thank you. Yana, go ahead.
Trinakahan tatatana ka ay ihiyahan tato o ortana ka hay tatatana. Ay te ko untutua kantana iki hay ne o ko unto ay tatata. Irteo ka antato unto ua ka antatate. Ye ke antata o anta.
God, please love, guide, and direct us in all that we do. We are fragile, but you are strong. Keep us, hold us, bear us up under these difficult times, and let us shine for you. We are here in obedience. We are here to be a service to you and to the people around us. Thank you for your presence, and thank you for your help.
Thank you. Okay. So it's 4th of July, so that's Independence Day in the US. Do you have any comments on that, Jim, about 4th of July and what that means for us in this sort of new paradigm that we're in?
Yes, there is it is the 4th of July, and celebrate your independence as much as you can. I know that much of free will has been taken away by different things and different events. So, but do not worry, because God has that under control. God is in control of all things that is happening to this planet. And if he feels that all this is necessary, then it is. But remember that sometimes these things are not driven by God, but that God will take these things and bring a positive outcome to them, even though they're negatively directed. He is amazing with that kind of information and with that kind of work. So be of good cheer today. Celebrate who you are. Celebrate your independence, because nobody can take away who you are and what your thought processes are. So be free in who you are and who you are in the world.
Perfect. Okay, so I will go back to the list. We have some requests. They are Uriel, the White Dragons, though they did talk a little bit there just a moment ago. Update on the meetings, so that might also be with Tekkrr, because Tekkrr's also requested. Enoch, Grindel, Arusha, the Blue Pleiadian. That was the request that we've had.
I have a feeling there's a couple more. Is there anybody else that has a request?
Elijah.
Elijah. Oh, okay. Oh, there's Elijah. Sorry, scrolling down.
Anubis and Seraphim angels.
Seraphim angels and what?
And the Arcturians. I'm sorry. And the Arcturians.
Yes.
Okay.
Arcturians, good.
Mm-hmm.
Very good. I thought there was a few more because
people came in.
We got started late. So anyway, I will see who comes. Have a wonderful session, everyone. Love you all.
Okay. Right. And if everyone can mute their mic when they're not talking, that would be great.
I am 𝗵𝗲𝗏. I am a Seraphim angel. I do not know why we were called, but we can explain who we are, if that is the reason that we have been called. We are protectors of the universe. We are protectors of angelic realms, and we protect individuals when called to do so. We are also very strong and can change size. We can be as tall as 100 miles or 1,000 miles tall, but we can be as small as a human. We can change size because God gave us that ability. And to protect and surround the universe the way we do, we must be very large and in great numbers, so that we must be able to see who is coming in and out. You will not see us at the edge of the universe, but we are there. You will not see us at the edge of the angelic world, but we are there. You will not see us when we do our work, but we are there. Some may request us. We can go if God gives that directive. But we are totally in service to God, and He is the one that gives us our directions. Any questions? I explained myself well enough.
Yes, you did. Yes, you did. Thank you very much and welcome. Sheer has a question for you, and welcome and thank you for coming.
Greetings.
Greetings.
Can you explain what is the difference between a Seraphim angel and an Archangel? Why do you have different titles?
Yes, actually, it was the people of the universe that gave us titles. A Seraphim angel is just a Seraphim angel. Archangels are those that are considered highest ranked angels, the oldest angels, the ones with the greatest responsibilities, the ones that are closest to God and were created earliest. There are many millions and millions of angels, but these particular ones are ones with greater energy when it comes to service and have been called by God to be his personal mouthpiece, his personal servant, his personal leader of the armies, his personal guide to humanity and other species. So therefore, they have higher responsibilities.
Thank you. I also invite you to visit me. If you can appear in front of me. I keep asking for beings to pop in, so feel free to do so.
The reason why beings have not popped in is because there will be a time when you will see many beings. It is not yet time for that. But your faith is necessary. Continue to believe and continue to grow. Strengthen your faith in God and know that he is true and know that he is going to give you the desires of your heart, because that is when it will happen, is when you truly, fully, and completely understand who God is and why he is working with you and how he is working with you.
Thank you very much.
You are blessed. I see my time will be short here.
Okay.
And that is good. I only came for the explanations that you want.
All right.
So I will go back to my duties. Much love to you all. I will call in someone else that is waiting.
Thank you.
Greetings, I'm Tekkrr.
Welcome, Tekkrr.
I have just come to give you an update on the meetings that are happening now.
Perfect.
They started around June 28th and are continuing until probably July 8th. That is my prediction. Now, it doesn't always happen that way, but I predict that they will be going on for a while yet. Now, the subject matters that have already been presented, first of all, and one of the first things is first contact, always, but that's an ever-going subject. Meaning this, it will be mentioned and then it will go away. It will be mentioned and then it will go away, and then be reintroduced by different people, because you have to understand that different people come at different times. Many of you are there in the astral while you sleep. Some of you go there during your daytime waking periods, and you will know when you are there because you will feel drained and you will not feel like you are really awake in your present life. And so this, because the spirit goes there. Not the soul, but just the spirit. So you will feel drained if you are there at the moment. So some of you are even there now. But the subject matter also includes medication and and healing and medicine for the world, they continue to refuse to accept our medication because they want it only for their families and for their people and not for the world. So that is an area of great debate and argument. That is something that happens. There's a great deal of argument about that. Or also with those that are married in astral to humans, such as Pleiadians to humans, Arcturians to humans, or any of those that are married to have gotten married in the astral realm to a human. They're asking for the ability to visit them and therefore start first contact with this kind of action. And this is a very clever ploy from the Pleiadians, who actually are the ones that wanted this legislation to go through. A lot of the others did not even think of asking for that, but the Pleiadian councils and kings did. So now the earth has said no, because their laws have been set for quite a while that nobody leaves Earth and nobody comes onto Earth, although that's broken all the time. They are not going to legally let that happen. So at this point, anyway, there's a great deal of discussion about that, because that will actually initiate first contact in some ways. There are many different things offered in that particular treaty or exchange that I don't have time to discuss all of it. Those of you that have husbands and wives that are outside of this planet know some of that legislation already, and they know what's going on with it. Another thing is the discussion of an artificial or fake alien attack. This has been rumored for a long time, and they want to let the governments know that they are aware of that particular theory that they have brought into awareness of. So they know that this conspiracy theory exists. So they want to let the governments know that they know about it, so that they don't do it. The thing is about a false alien attack is that none of us out here can help, because it would be your own people attacking your own people. And so we have to allow that, because that is your world. And we have, if you started, we can't do anything about it. If it's an outside alien attack, we as people of allies to humanity can help. So you will know if it's a fake war, because you will see that no one will be helping them. No one will be helping you, I should say, to combat the aliens. They will just be doing it on their own. And they will look like aliens. Your people have the technology to clone aliens and to train aliens to do this for them. Are you aware of that? I'm not sure. But they will look like aliens. And they will act like aliens, and they will be taught to be like aliens, negative aliens. So if that happens, this is something they wanted to make the Earth governments aware of, that they are aware of that conspiracy theory. So the other thing is, well, there are many other subjects. So is there any questions?
Yes, there's a question from Rivka. Go ahead, Rivka.
Hello, Tekkrr. Thank you for the briefing. If I'm correct, I was several times at the meetings, and I'm asking if I did my work properly.
Yes, you did.
Okay.
You were actually defending the hybrid children population, and telling them that the hybrid children are part human and part alien. So these that are part alien and part human should have a different kind of an agreement with the Earth because they are actually DNA related to Earth. And so you brought up the argument that the DNA of hybrid children is partially human, so that they should be able to be part of the Earth if they want to be.
Okay. Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
Okay, the next question was from Kathy,
Greetings.
I believe. Kathy, is that right? Yeah. Kate. Sorry, it was Kate, not Kathy. Sorry.
Good morning, Tekkrr.
Greetings.
Thank you. My question kind of follows Ripka's in that to be having hybrid children, which some of us do, we've been told that they will be our first contact, coming in our dreams, then coming in the physical. Can you talk a little bit about this?
Well, yes, we've been told many things about the hybrid children and that they may be first. However, before first contact, I doubt if they will let them come, because they will look different and they will be different. Their cultures are different, their actions will be different. Now, when first contact does happen, which we expect, that is something I cannot tell you exactly when, but I can tell you that I hope that it will be soon, and it will be, the first contact, I believe, will be more technology related than actual ships landing all over the place. I believe that your technology will be overtaken, and that's how they will speak to the world. First of all, yes. Then they will have to make plans for how to interact with these alien beings, such as us, and we will have to make plans how to make contact and physically join your planet, because it will have to be laws, and there will have to be different things put into writing and different ways to exchange, because of course the atmospheres are different, bacteria is different. There has to be many precautions taken before we can come and be safe on your planet, and you can come and be safe with us. So there will be probably a great deal of time where laws and direction will be given to how this is going to happen. And then after that, I believe the hybrid children will be able to come. Many of them want to come right away, but I believe their parents will be coming with them.
Wonderful. Thank you very much for that.
You're welcome.
Thank you. Okay, there's a question from Jay. Go ahead, Jay.
Greetings.
Hello, Tekkrr. Can you hear me okay?
Yes, I can.
Perfect. Speaking about contact, I feel like I have many things to say. Good. But for the first time, I will say something different. In my reality, the things that I focus on, they're positive when it comes to contact. I'm not dismissing that you could say negative energies are also present, because some people may have agendas, different perspectives, views, etc.
Yes.
However, it's not something that I necessarily lose sleep over. And at the end of the day, it's my life, and I know what I'm about, and I know what I want to put in, what I want to give, what I want to experience. So with that said, I would love to encourage everyone to follow their heart, even if that sounds cheesy or corny, but I really mean that. And to listen to their intuition, to get together and to co-create with one another and actually create the reality that they prefer. If it's contact, whether it be personal or collectively, definitely get together, because I feel waiting for the government, for example, or governments to give the green light and say, yes, we're finally going to begin disclosing information. To be honest, many people have been discussing that waiting, and that's perfectly fine. It's good, but it doesn't necessarily resonate with me. I know that I'm very excited about this. So whenever I go outside and I set that intention and put that out there, I always attract those who are like-hearted. And it's something that I'm very happy about, and it's something very personal to me, very emotional. So with that said, I am very happy that you came through. Thank you for coming and sharing with us, and I wish you a wonderful day. Thank you.
Thank you, and you as well. Oh, I believe what he is saying, that waiting for the government to make these final decisions about first contact and all these things will be tedious and off-putting, and I agree with that. But what he's saying is the attitude of the people will help. Please be on your most positive thought process about first contact. Do not be discouraged that it hasn't happened yet. Do not be discouraged that maybe it won't happen tomorrow, but keep a very positive outlook, because it is on the agenda. It is on their plate, if you will, and they are getting closer to accepting it. Right now, with the world closed down as it is, it's opening back up again, but it has taught them some things about control and manipulation, and not all these things were happy thoughts for them. Now, the cabal, who is in charge of all of the things that are happening in one way or another, has been happy with the outcome, because this is telling them what they can, how far they can go. And they can go even farther, and they will. But they are looking for something much more negative than what has happened so far. So we are trying to bring positivity to you. We are trying to bring a positive outlook. We want the ascension and the light and the love to continue in a very positive way, to discourage these kinds of fear-based attempts to control the world. I'm not sure if you got all that, but I skipped around a little. Does everybody understand that? You can ask questions about it if you will.
Yes, we have, hello?
Yes.
Did you have a question, Yana? Okay. Because if you want to, I'll get to you, but we have some people ahead of you. We have Christine, go ahead.
Greetings and blessings, Tekkrr.
Greetings.
I was wondering, because I'm exhausted all the time, if I'm participating in this meeting and that's the cause of it?
That is part of the cause of it. There is other reasons for your exhaustion, and we will come and do a scan on you, because there are times when you're feeling exhausted that you're not at the meetings. We have noticed this. If you allow us, we'll do some scans.
I would appreciate it. Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
And blessings to you, and thank you so much for helping us.
You're welcome.
Thank you. Okay, Alan has a question. Go ahead, Alan.
Whoa, hi. How are you doing? Blessings, greetings.
Greetings.
So just to clarify, you said that when you talk with the governments, that's not the same as the cabal, yes?
There are some cabal that are part of politics, yes. But the cabal is a different group and meet separately. But there are some cabal that are part of the political realm. And those part of the cabal that are part of the political realm report back to the rest of that society.
Okay, and another quick question about what you said earlier. I don't know if you can answer this, but what percentage is there a chance that the first contact could happen within 5 to 10 years from now, within a decade? What percentage do you see then?
Actually, the percentage of that is high. At this point, it is. I would say that the chances of a first contact within 10 years is about 80%.
Oh, wow. Thank you. And then my last question is, have I been to the meetings, and so what?
Have you been to the meetings? Yes. Twice already. Twice.
Oh, wow. Wow. Okay. I mean, I'd be interested to hear what I was advocating about, but...
Well, you have different ideas about things, and one of the things that you were listening to and responded to, you didn't prepare a speech, so that is what I want to tell you. You didn't really prepare a speech, but you did some responding to some of the questions that were asked by the governments. And one of your responses was that you felt that they were reducing freedom to a point where the world is not going to be ever the same again, and that it is going to be difficult to bring it into a level of understanding that everybody will not be fearful. You discussed the fear with them a little bit, because that was one of the things that they were discussing at that time. They were saying that the government was bringing fear to the people and that they shouldn't be doing that. And you were very interactive with that conversation, because I think you really thought that was an important topic. And the other thing that you did talk about was some of the medical groups. You actually had a conversation about hybrid children as well, but the medical scenario was something else that you had a great deal of concern about. There were so many people talking about first contact. You were interested in that, but you just actually didn't participate because so many others had questions and comments.
All right, thank you. Speaking of other questions and comments, let's have some of those. I'm done.
Yes.
Okay. All right. Well, let me see who's next. We have. I'm just trying to go. Shira, I'll come back to you because you've already asked a question. Go ahead, Maria.
Hello.
Greetings.
Greetings. You offered a scan for Christine, who feels so exhausted for such a long time. I feel the same for such a long time, and I didn't need to ask any help all through my life, and I'm asking for help in the last couple of months now, and I still haven't figured out what's really happening and why am I so exhausted, why I'm not able to meditate, and lots of other things that I was able previously. So if I can also ask a scan, please, I would appreciate it so much. Thank you.
Let me tell you, there are many people suffering from exhaustion around the world because of several things. First of all, Earth energies are very disrupted with the grand solar maximums and minimums. Second of all, the karma of the Earth, the energy that's being released by individuals, this fear of COVID, this fear of many, many different things. There's a heightened fear on the planet. And so with that being said, that drains a lot of energy off of the positive people, because that is, you're sending out your energy to the world, whether you like it or not. That is part of the light worker's job, is to be sending out energy that is positive. And many are being really sucked dry because of the way that the world is so fearful and so angry and so negative at the moment. That is why we are saying, please keep as positive as possible, even though it may end up draining you but you need to bring in that light and let whatever's coming in go out, and not let everything within you go out. So try to keep a handle on that in your meditations and your prayers. Ask God to keep your energy and send out the light that is His into the world, and not drain your energy so much, because it is happening. People are being drained by the negative energies all around them, and also the earth energies, and also fear, and anger. So it's, and have you noticed yourself getting angry more often? Please, this is something that is, we see more people being angry now that never were that angry before. And there are hundreds of different reasons for that. Some of you are doing the magic and working through your solar plexus, but others of you are just feeling the intensity of the separation of the world into different, it's being polarized, it's being forced to be polarized so that it can break down. And these angers and problems must be resolved. And so do not get involved in the anger. Do not get involved in that angry portion of it, because it just brings you down. It just depletes your energy. It just makes you less than. So remember to always be positive, always be loving, always be guided by God. That is very difficult to do in this day and age.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you. Thank you. There's a question from Peter. Go ahead, Peter.
Hello, Tekkrr. How are you?
I am well.
So I had a question about an encounter I had almost 10 years ago with an alien spacecraft. It was green and it was a few hundred feet above my house, above my home. Could you please tell me what kind of alien race did that ship belong to?
Well, what did the ship look like?
Well, it was oval shaped and it was green. Green
It was
hue.
green?
Dark green, bright green.
10 years ago, the green ships, I believe, were Pleiadian.
I knew it.
That is a time when Pleiadian activity was very high. It's very high on the Earth right now because there's a lot of human-born Pleiadians, because this is their time of great action, great involvement with the human race. And so they've been doing that. They've been around the Earth quite a bit. So I believe 10 years ago, the green ships were Pleiadian. Was it more, it was like a saucer, right?
Yes, it was elongated shape.
Yes.
I was also wondering if I'm a hybrid, because one time my mother told me she had a dream where she was outside our home with her own mother, and they were looking at a giant ET being who levitated her like half a meter off the ground.
Okay, I didn't catch all of that, but you were asked if you were a hybrid.
Yes, because my mother had a dream with an ET being.
Oh, I see.
Who levitated her.
That levitated her. Interesting. All right. It is very possible that you are hybrid. I would like to sense your energy at some time to see if what kind of hybridization you have. From here, I'm sensing a lot of different people, so it's hard to just focus in on one right now. But I'm sensing that, yes, you are hybrid. And many of you out there are hybrid, so it's just part of what is happening in this day and age is the hybridization program. The inborn human, the alien-born humans are here, and will be here for the next several years, probably 100.
All right, thank you. Because this area where I live in, there is really a lot of activity regarding UFOs.
Yes, there is.
All right, thank you.
You're welcome.
All right, thank you. Yana has a question. Go ahead, Yana.
Yeah, hi Tekkrr. Thank you.
Greetings.
It already was partially answered because I in my groups I hear a lot of people talking about tiredness and sleep deprivation, and I'm having that myself extremely right now without something occurring or being very busy. I sometimes feel very depleted.
I understand that. That I did answer that it's partially earth energies, partially earth karma that's draining the light workers of their energy. What I would like all the light workers to do is whenever you do your meditations, it's becoming harder to meditate with these energy drainages. So what happens is you have to just call on God to bring energy. Call on God to bring energy, because you will not be able to meditate properly at this time with this drain of energy. So prayer is what's in order right now. You must pray for your energy to be restored. And a couple of these things may be medical problems, but with this many people feeling the drain on their systems, you know that this doesn't happen. So this is not an illness. This is actually a drain on your energy from the earth, from the solar regions, and from the karma, the anger and the fear draining people, because it's so prevalent right now.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome.
Yeah, so is there something that would be very beneficial to do within the groups right now when you teach or when you do meditations?
Okay, those of you that are healers, you have a particular healing ability. Send out your healing energy to these people. And also all of you, bring in energy from God. Pray that God brings you the energy that you need.
Okay. Thanks very much, Tekkrr. Wonderful.
Thank you. There's a question. Thanks, Yana. There is a question from, where'd she go? Sorry. From Julie. She's new. Julie, can you unmute or not? If not, I have her question, but if she can unmute, she can ask it.
Hello, Julie.
I'm asking her to unmute. Okay.
Hi.
There you go. Go ahead, Julie.
Hi, blessings. I have a question. Can you explain me the difference between astral and heaven?
Astral and what?
Heaven.
Heaven.
Astral and heaven?
Yes.
Oh, astral, well, heaven is somewhere you go after life. But astral is somewhere you can go in your sleep state or even in your waking state if you, not everyone can do that, but some people can. But the difference is this. Heaven takes the soul and the spirit and all energy out of the body. That is the heaven. The astral state only takes the spirit, not the soul, and some of the energy that goes along with that. And that goes into the astral, and that is able to do certain functions, learn certain things, work in certain ways with energy. Does that answer your question?
Yes.
Very good.
And I have another question.
Of course.
Is there any message for 𝗵𝗶𝗶𝗏?
I'm having a hard time hearing
She wants to know if there's any messages from her cherubim family.
Oh, there's always messages from them, and they're actually lifting you up many times. Have you felt their energy recently? Because they're actually really moving and working with you.
Yes.
Good, because they have some information for you, but they want it's personal, so they can't repeat it here.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Okay, thank you. There's a question from Kathy. Go ahead, Kathy.
Hi, Tekkrr. Thank you for coming to talk to us.
Thank you.
I have a question about, was the situation of the mandated vaccines brought up in any of the government meetings?
It was. We are not supposed to talk about those particular things because there's a very big discrepancy about that. They deny it. And many things point to their being dishonest about it. However, there is no real proof in either direction. And so therefore, I can't really make a pointed answer or give an answer on that.
Okay. Well, I had received a channeled message from Enoch about setting intentions to try to block the government's attempts, and we've been doing that. Are we making any headway on it?
There's been some spiritual information, but as far as, and the spiritual information I believe is probably good. The thing is, there is no physical proof of anything that was channeled yet. And that's what we're looking for. We want to verification in the physical so that we can actually take this information to them and point it out.
Now, how do you get physical verification?
That if I told you that, then I wouldn't be able to get it.
Okay. Thank you. I'm assuming I've been in the colonies the last couple of weeks at these meetings.
Yes, you've been there quite a few times.
Okay, I thought so. Okay, thank you so much. I also am suffering from the exhaustion like everybody else.
Yes,
so.
everyone seems to be having that. There are a couple of you that the exhaustion is all the things that I mentioned, plus there is physical problems. So that those of you that have also physical problems, we will be coming to you. We know who you are.
Thank you. Thank you, Tekkrr. That's all for me. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you. There's a message, excuse me, there's a question from Michelle.
Michelle.
Hi, Tekkrr. Thank you for coming. Greetings. Can I get your take on the timeline split with the, people with a third dimensional way of thinking as opposed to people choosing to ascend quicker? Can I get your update or your take on it, on the timeline split?
Okay, you call it a timeline split, but it's not really a timeline split at this point. Let me try to explain. The ascension process, the positive process, you are on one portion of energy in this realm, where a third dimension is on a different, those that are very third dimensional are on a different energy range than the people that are on the ascension range. Does that make sense to you? Now,
yes,
with
it does.
Timelines would be that timelines can come and you could be on the same timeline with very third dimensional people, and you can be on timelines with very fourth dimensional people. These timelines do not split by dimension, but they split by activities and history. They split by this timeline is going this direction with this particular history, and these timelines around it have slightly different historical values or have something different that's not on this timeline. The reason why people are jumping timelines, and this is happening, is because they're being protected from something or someone or many people, or they are they have to be there to learn something in particular that particular timeline has that this one doesn't, and this is essential for your learning. So timelines are very difficult to comprehend. There are 100 different ways that you can break them down. But third dimensional energy, which you are still part of, by the way, you still live in third dimension. So the energies around you, you still are with third dimensional people, are you not?
Yes.
You are still
Yes.
around third dimensional people. So they are on your timeline if you are with them. If they disappear, they will be on perhaps a different dimensional era or a different dimensional timeline. But since you are with them on this timeline, you are still there. However, your energy is not necessarily the energy of this particular realm. Your energy is becoming greater than this realm. And when you reach a certain point in your fourth dimensional energy, you will not be part of this realm any longer. And will go to a different place, 𝗃𝗏, and that is a totally different timeline set. That timeline set will be of fourth dimension, and it will not include third dimensional timelines. Does that make sense to you? No?
Yeah, it does. But so I'm just wondering, so will some of my family disappear from my reality? Is that how it's going to work?
If you become high enough in the fourth dimension, in your fourth dimension energy, which will be very difficult because the third dimension is very strong and holds people down. But there are those, such as monks in the monasteries of Tibet, that first start to levitate because their energies are so fourth dimensional that they are no longer being held by the laws of third dimension. They're starting to rise above the ground and then eventually rise into the next dimension without dying. That is one way to leave this planet that you are on and go to the fourth dimension, and a different timeline setting altogether. Whereas right now you are with other third dimensional and fourth dimensionally minded people, but it is the same timeline. Now, when you go to another timeline, will those people still be there? Yes, because you are on all the timelines in the sense that you are scattered throughout the timelines and you're doing different things in different times, because all time exists now. All timelines exist now. Everything is happening all at once. And so if you go to another timeline where you're doing something else, it's still happening right now because all time and space exists now. It's a difficult concept, but it is true.
Okay. Yes, thank you. Thank you very much.
Very scientific.
In terms of can I just jump to the galactic spouses?
Yes.
The galactic spouses meeting. So is there anything that we can do to get our way, basically? Is there anything more we can do to, concentrate energies on it to make it happen so the government agrees to it?
Well, the thing is, you have to be patient and you have to be, okay, it's like any courtroom appearance. There's a judge, okay, and that judge is the galactic government, all right? You're going and you're talking to, you are the plaintiff and they are the defense or whatever. It's like going into courtroom. you have to present your arguments, they present theirs, and going back and forth, galactic government will eventually have to make a ruling if things don't, if logic isn't being served, if you know what I mean. But you must stay calm, you must be patient, and you must not have any outbursts in the court, because that sends things back. As people are arguing in these meetings, the governments back away from that. You back away from the governments. You are not unifying. You must unify your thoughts as much as possible. So this is what I'll tell you. Think the way the government would think about bringing that into reality. You must say to yourself, how would I deal with this as a government official? My way must be seen, but they don't seem to see it. They only see things their way. So I have to think a little bit like them. This is the kind of actions we are trying to take for you as the married couples. We're saying this. All right, you have spouses, you have wives and children. We have spouses, we have wives and children. Why is it unfair for us to be separated? Why is it fair for us to be separated and you not be separated? How can we make this more fair? How can we make this more fair? You have to work on the fairness of this, and you have to work on their own personal feelings as husbands and wives and children. That is my answer to you.
Thank you. Did I speak in that regard? Did I have outbursts?
Abundant.
Did I speak?
Abundantly. You had actually several conversations because they actually singled you out twice for your opinion on that.
Okay.
Because 𝗠𝗘𝗧 was there as well. So they wanted to hear what you had to say. They didn't ask 𝗠𝗘𝗧, they asked you.
Okay. And how many people watch this broadcast, you know, typically in the galaxy?
Oh, tens of thousands.
Yeah, okay. Okay.
Not everyone is interested in the galactic meetings because they find them super boring. But there are those that are very interested in your governments and the way things are being handled. But like I said, it goes out through the universe and probably tens of thousands will watch it. Maybe even 100,000.
Yeah, okay. Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
Okay, thank you. There's a question from Veritas. Veritas, can you unmute or not? Yes.
Hello, can you hear me?
Hello.
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 Hi, hi, Tekkrr. Blessings and love and light to you. Thank you very much for your love and service to all of us. That's fine. I just wanted to ask Tekkrr, have I been on the colony since the last time that we spoke on a one-to-one a couple of months back?
You've been there 3 times more, yes.
And so
you go to the same places every time. When we talk, you really love those particular colonies. So
okay, that's fine. I just wanted to know whether I was still involved in that respect. So thank you very much.
Absolutely, yes.
And you know, love and light to you. Blessings. It's great to talk to you again.
Great to talk to you.
Thank you.
Thank you. There's a question. Let me see if I've gotten everybody. Shir, go ahead and ask your question.
Greetings, Tekkrr. How are you?
Wonderful. And yourself?
Exhausted. I wonder why.
Yes.
Well, I will try to be concise. You, Ellen asked about the probability for first contact in 10 years and 5 years. You said for 10 years it's going to be 80%. Can you give us some sort of a probability for the 5 years?
5 years is not as high. It would be, I would say, about 50%.
Okay, I will take it. Next question, is the 𝗵𝗔𝗥𝗡𝗏 and the initiative of the kings and queens, are you working together? Do you have any cooperation together or something?
I do not have any spouses that are on Earth, so I am not part of that meeting. I am part of that meeting only when it comes to the full government meetings, and there is a place where that is discussed, and so I hear about that. But I am for them having, I am for having the spouses and to be together in some way on the planet or outside of the planet. I think it's only fair, even though your planet says what you do in the astral will stay in the astral. It's a nice cop-out sort of answer, but it really doesn't relate to the problem.
Do you think it could be some sort of a pilot experiment for first contact?
It will be if they agree to what they are. They have made a suggestion. The suggestion was that on Earth, they would take an area and make it a federal reserve that nobody can go into, like an Area 51, and allow perhaps aliens and humans to congregate there. But that has not been approved.
I see. Did anyone mention the virus during the meetings?
Yes. Many, there was much discussion about the virus. The governments were accused of planting the virus in several places, and some places that there was no comment on that for a while. They did not agree or disagree that that was true.
I see. And you also described what is happening in those discussions as a courtroom. How about giving some of them a plea deal? Because I'm pretty sure that many of them have much blood on their hands and they're not going to heaven, to say the least. Maybe someone from the kingdom of heaven can offer them to, I don't know, do something for the good guys in order to shorten their sentence in hell. I think it's only fair.
If we could do that, first of all,
not you. I mean,
Go ahead.
I don't mean the aliens portion. I do mean the portion that works directly for God, like different angels, that they can tell them, well, this is your karma. You're pretty much going to hell, but listen, if you're going to do some good things for humanity, maybe we can shorten your sentence. You just mentioned a courtroom, so this is something that came to mind.
All right. I actually don't know how heaven and hell works, so I've never been there. I do see into heaven sometimes, and I do see into other areas of dark regions, but I don't really know how it works, if you know what I mean, in some ways. I do feel that there are, that might be something to tell them that might make them think. I don't know if the angels will actually show them anything. We'll see. But I'm going to actually contact those that I know are angels, that I have contact with, and talk to them about that.
Okay, because I think it could move things along very smoothly, because they will eventually look after their own interest, and I don't think that any of them want to pay for what they did.
Well,
food for thought.
Okay, I have no comment on that because I don't know how to comment on that. So I will see what they have to say.
Okay, and lastly, logic determines that the Kings and Queens initiative will probably be before first contact, just to see how people, like the normal people, react when they see aliens and things of that nature.
I think that they will take what you would call a prototype. There will be one or two couples that will be given that opportunity, and who will that be? I do not know. But
no.
The thing is, they're not going to tell anybody if they do it.
Okay, thank you very much.
I know how they work. I've been dealing with them for many, many years now.
Okay, thank you. Dawn has some questions from the chat. Are you ready, Dawn? Dawn?
Yes, I am ready. Thank you very much. Okay, I'm going to give you the health-related question first. And this is from, Liliana Kalina. This is for the Seraphim, or well, it was a question presented anyway. May I ask for healing for my friend Richard's heart pain, mental health, and cleared dark entity? I don't know what this is about.
All right, I will get with her and I will see who she is talking about.
Thank you very much.
All right.
Okay, shall I move on to another question or just?
Yes, go ahead.
Okay. Okay, this is from AJ. His question is, I wonder what the aliens think about humans experiencing gender dysphoria, body dysmorphic disorder. Do some of them experience these things also?
Yes, if you're meaning gender problems, of course. It happens in all species. I don't know specifically what they're talking about, but because there's many different gender disorders, if you want to talk about, if you want to put them in the disorder category, but there are hermaphrodites, if you know what that is. There are those that have both genitalia in other species as well. There are those that are, most species are bisexual. Most species do not look out or look down on anyone that is homosexual, bisexual, or straight. Everything is acceptable because humans and aliens and beings are beings, and they are beings of equality. And many societies have learned equality is the only way to go. Otherwise, you're going to have problems in that society. Does it matter about color as well? Any color of being, all prejudice has been eradicated in some societies, but not all. Not all. There are still societies in the universe, such as your own, and several others, many others actually, that still have prejudices.
Thank you. Okay, another question I have is from Anna White. The question is the matrix controlled from the moon? Are humans holograms?
The matrix is not controlled from the moon. The matrix is universal. Every part of the universe has matrix elements and algorithms in it. And are we holograms? If we are holograms, if humans are holograms and we are holograms, everything in the universe is holograms.
Thank you. I had a question I was going to ask, but I can't seem to find it. Okay. The next question is, it says, Deb here, I am wondering if hypersensitivity in the skin is due to the amount of energy coming in right now.
It can be. There is a lot of different energies coming in from different sources. If you are in contact with beings that are highly energetic, then that is a very good possibility that you are feeling hypersensitivity on your skin. Now, there are other reasons for hypersensitivity on the skin. If you are close by a tower that does like a satellite tower or a iPhone tower or whatever they're called, I'm not sure, but the telephone towers, those can also cause sensitivity of the skin because there are different rays being sent out now, 5D or 5G or whatever they're called, and they are different and they are causing sensitivity of the skin, especially when there's so many other rays that are also touching the skin. There's a certain amount of microwaves, there are 4G waves, there are telephone waves, there are many, many different things that are part of your world that are actually interacting with you. And you have to evolve to overcome them.
Okay, and I found my question. I thank you very much, Tekkrr. The next question is from me. How many species in this universe are interested in the transmissions presented by Hucolo? Thank you.
Oh, interested in this transmission? Interesting question. I don't know the exact number, but I do know it is part of galactic news. It does go out into the universe as news whenever someone speaks in this format, because this is considered a legitimate format. And so that does go out, and many different species, probably over 100 different species get this broadcast.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
And I'll return control back to Karen. Thank you and blessings.
Very well.
Take over, Karen.
Hi, I will. Thank you. I'm just trying to see if there's any new questions. If I
Okay.
missed anyone.
Is
One moment.
somebody else, you want to have somebody else talk?
Well, I think we've reached the end of the questions for you, Tekkrr, and it's been lovely talking to you always. So
Wonderful. And I will bring someone else in.
thank you so much.
Yes, there are those waiting, believe me. I don't know what time it is on your side, but I need to go. Much love to everyone.
Much love. Thank you.
We love you.
Greetings.
Greetings.
I am Darner, King of the White Dragon of the North. I have come to give you a short message. We are here to help defend the light. There are times when it is difficult for us to function because so much energy is being drawn from us. But we are willing to continue to send out our energy to your world. We are willing to be a part of your encouragement, enlightenment, and recharging. We want you to know that not all the dragon species are positive, but we are. We are older than the other species, perhaps, or just as old as some of them. But we have learned many things in our time about what goodness, positivity, and light can do for a civilization and for a group of people and for a group of dragons such as we are. We hope that you will welcome us when we become visible at some point.
Thank you very much. You're very welcome for us. Rivka has a question if you're willing to take questions.
I will take
Yes.
one.
Oh, okay. Thank you. Your name is difficult for me, but
Darner.
Darner. Okay.
D-O-N-N-E-R. Darner.
Thank you very much. I just met my guiding dragon. She's from the White Dragons too, and has she some messages for me?
What is her name? We have several messengers that go out and speak to people.
Oh, her name is Ungary.
Ungary?
Ungary.
Yes, I know her. Does she have a message for you? Is that the question?
Yes, please. Or
her message
do I
is
have to
universal.
do something?
Her message is universal, and it is also for you as well. She is here to serve, and she is here to bring you more energy than you've had in the past. She said you are able to feel her, and she is able to uplift you, just as we wish to do. And she is going to help you with your family.
Yes. Okay, thank you. Also my puppy?
Of course.
Okay, thank you very much. That's a nice confirmation. Oh, I'm very grateful.
Yes.
Lots of gratitude.
I think the puppy is part of the family.
Yes, she's coming too. Thank you very much, Donna. Oh, sorry. And much blessings and love.
Yes, and to you as well.
Thank you. Okay, there is a question from Kathy. Go ahead, Kash.
Hi, Donner. I'm so thrilled that you came through to speak to us. Rivka and I were just speaking about our beautiful white dragons yesterday, so it was nice that you came. I also have just met my white dragon a few weeks ago. Her name is Ganesha, and I would like to best know how to work with her energy and if, you know, how can I utilize her and what should we be doing together?
Just allow. She will bring you the highest energy that you can have. If you allow, you will be able to connect with her and she will be able to speak and you will be able to understand. Remember that dragon energy is slightly different than other energies. Not that it is more powerful, although it is very powerful, but it has a density that is something that humans are not used to.
Okay. Does she have any messages for me directly?
Directly, she is saying that she will speak to you shortly and that you are a great inheritor of words and meanings. She will define that later.
Thank you. Thank you so much. I'll let others speak. It was so nice that you came to speak to us today. Many blessings.
Hi. Jay, did you have a question or not?
Yes, I did.
Okay, thank you.
Hello, Donner, and thank you for coming through.
Greetings.
Donner, I would like to know if I received a visitation from one of your species recently.
Yes.
Okay, very cool. With that said, I do look forward to interacting with either you or anyone who would like to, specifically for when it comes to the idea of interacting with humanity more. When it comes to contact, I'm open to all of creation that's my heart-centered, if you will. And I'm very excited for humanity to, anyone who's interested, willing and open to also be able to have those experiences. So thank you. And that's all I had to say. Have a wonderful day.
You have a wonderful day as well. Thank you for your positive input.
There's a question, possibly Barbara, do you want to ask a question or not?
No, thank you anyway, but I had the question for Tekkrr.
Okay, I'm so sorry. Okay, Christine, go ahead.
Donor, greetings. I keep dragons around me a lot because because of my past. But I'm wondering, what do dragons look like? Are they just like the Chinese dragons, which I have surrounding me, or are they, are y'all just energy?
No, we have several different looks. The draconian race and the dragons are related, but we have greater and very differing looks. Some have wings and some do not. Some can have very large sizes and some do not. We are of a moderate size, probably 20 to 25 feet tall. That is a moderate size for draconians or dragons. We do have wings. The wings are small and stinted a little bit because we are evolving away from that aspect of our life. We no longer need to fly to travel quickly. So therefore, we are evolving as we go.
So is your shape like the Chinese dragons or the Celtic dragons?
We are shaped like them in some ways. Yes, dragons have similar shapes, but can look very diversely different.
Only because when I do wood carvings, one of mine is a table with table legs that are dragons. Wonderful. Or look like it. I'm not the greatest carver, but I'm just wondering.
Actually, they're not bad.
Okay. Thank you much.
Okay, Cher, you had a question or not still?
I always have questions. Greetings.
Greetings.
Can I ask where your species resides and what density are you currently in?
We are in 5th dimension, 4th dimension. Some of us are in 4th and some of us are in 5th. We're at the cusp of evolution. We are under we reside on your planet underneath what is called Norway, Finland, and Sweden.
Yes.
And also we stretch underneath the ocean quite a bit and into and surrounding the Falkland Islands.
Okay, so from what I'm getting, you're on the planet.
Yes.
Please come. I dare you to scare me.
I don't want to scare you, but maybe I do.
Ah, your interest is now piqued. However, in a more serious manner, actually, dragons are the first animal that I ever knew. For some reason, I thought that my dog was a dragon. I didn't know what a dog is, but for some reason I knew what a dragon is. I would really like to make any kind of contact that will be appropriate, and I'm very fascinated by dragon species, and I'm very open-minded. So,
well, I will tell you what I look like so you'll know it's me. My skin is gray-white, halfway in between. My eyes are bright green. I have a very large face, a very large teeth, even. But you will know me. I'll be smiling.
I'm pretty sure that if I'm going to see a dragon, I'm going to assume it's you. You're very welcome to come and visit me, or I will visit you, or anything. Thank you.
If
And
it has red eyes, you should be frightened.
okay, good to know. Thank you.
You're welcome.
All right. There's a question from Donner. Oh, excuse me, for Donner. Sorry for you, from Veritas, and he says, "Will there be a global redistribution of wealth or successful Dussehra before first contact?"
There is supposed to be. Whether it happens or not, I cannot say. Certain events must happen before that distribution comes. It is not welcome by the cabal.
Thank you. Let me see. Did I miss anybody in the room that wanted to ask a question of Donna or not?
I would like to ask a question, Karen.
Okay, go ahead, Barbara.
Greetings. I have a question for you. A couple of times I've had flashes of a white dragon in my vision. Is there a reason for that, or was there contact or something?
Yes, you are a person that is very directly associated with reptilians, draconians, and dragons. You are someone that is affectionate with this species line, and therefore many will want to see you and want to get to know you. Therefore, you will have visions and glimpses of those that are around you.
Is there any way that I can get in contact with them?
That is up to you. They will probably be able to contact you through channeling this way, or through your energy. Remember, they will also contact through dreams, if you allow that.
Okay, thank you very much.
You're welcome. I see they will, that's why I added it, is that they said dreams are where they will contact you.
Okay, thank you.
Yes.
All right, Alan has a question.
Alan.
Hi. So I was gonna ask where are you located and what color you are, but that was already asked. So I guess I'd ask, how big of an area is it that you occupy under that Scandinavia?
A very large area under the earth. It stretches all through Scandinavia, into Russia slightly, and under the Atlantic Ocean. Well, I don't know what ocean that is, but the ocean, and down toward the Falkland Islands. Hundreds, actually thousands of miles.
Okay, and do you have buildings under there, like actual?
We have our establishment in our dimension, yes. You would not be able to see it with your eyes, but we can make ourselves visible to third dimension.
Okay, and then I was just having a question. Do I have a dragon connection, either to you or others?
I believe that you do have a dragon in your outer realms, but not in your close realms.
Okay, thank you.
Okay,
Yeah.
thank you. There's a question from Julie. She asked me to ask it for her. She says, can you, she asked for a dragon to came, oh, sorry. She wants to know about a dragon that came to visit her last week. And she wants to know what's the name and the color. It was a female dragon, I believe.
Wait, did you get a color?
That's what she's asking. What is her name and color?
I see. It was a female dragon. It was a white dragon. Garush.
Garouche. Okay.
And she was white.
All right, thank you. And then there's another question, 1 second. Let me just, says, it's from Peter. Peter would like to know, what connection do draconians have with Romania?
Draconians live under Romania. Portions of it. They are the green and brown dragons. They stretch from the Himalayas to that area of Europe.
Okay.
So yes, there is a connection to dragons in Romania.
Okay, perfect.
They are
And
flying dragons, by the way.
Oh, okay. Michelle has a question for you. Go ahead, Michelle.
Hi, Donna. Thank you for being here. I just have a question. Is my protector dragon, 𝗓𝗏, a white dragon? And also, does he have a message for me, please?
All protector dragons are white dragons. There is no other kind that protect humanity. What was the second part of the question?
And does 𝗓𝗏 have a message for me?
𝗓𝗏 is what? One moment.
Thank you.
He has a message for all, actually. He says that he is going to be protector of more than one, but he wants to let you know that you have so many protections that he really doesn't need to protect you. He chooses to protect you. Also, that the world around you is very unusual compared to the world that he is from, our world. But he wants you to know that he will continue to be aware of all the changes happening in your world. It seems like a lot of changes happen with you in some way. Yes. All right.
Thank you.
That's his message.
Thank you. I believe that's all the questions. Dawn, do you have anything from the chat? We have time for one more question. One or two.
Okay, thank you very much. I'm just going to bring them up again. Okay, this is from Carol Lorty. She asks, I had a blue dragon visit me in a vision. Can you tell me what it means?
A moon dragon?
A blue dragon.
Oh, I thought she said a moon dragon. I don't know them. But the blue dragons are not from this planet, or they do not live on this planet. The meaning of that is that that is a starseed family, and they wanted to get in contact.
Thank you. And this is a question, I don't know who this is from, but this question is, what is black diamond energy?
Black diamond energy? Well, as with every stone in existence, there is energy that comes from them, and black diamond energy can be manipulated, meaning that it can be very healing, or it can be very dark, or it can be of different values. You can put your own value on it.
Okay, thank you. And I think that would be the best of the questions I can ask you at this time, because we're running very short on time.
Well, we have time for one more if you have another question, because I don't have any more here.
Okay, just a second. Okay, this is from Rebecca Washington. Is there some significance to red eyes on a dragon?
Yes. The red eyes usually mean they are from the red dragons, from the which are a negative species. It's they have red eyes and red skin and are very hostile. And so it is, some of the red dragons have black eyes, but most of them have red bodies and red eyes, and they are very hostile.
Thank you. Okay, I just have one more question I saw here. This is from Liliana, and her question is, may I ask for healing? Thank you.
Healing will come your way. Ask for it and it shall be given. God is listening. But we are also sending energy.
Thank you. Okay, I'll return controls back to Karen. Thank you very much, Donna.
Thank you, Donna. We are basically now just out of time. So thank you very much for coming through and sharing your knowledge with us.
Very well.
Oh, sorry, Donna, Yana has a question. We have time for one more question. Go ahead.
Oh, that's wonderful. Thank you. I'm seeing rainbows. Are you associated with rainbow energy?
We can be, yes. If we assign that to, we can assign rainbow energy, yes.
Okay. So am I associated with white dragons in some way? Because I feel full.
Well, we send out energy universally to all humans. And so in that way, yes, you are. But there is something about you that I feel and sense that you have some kind of dragon history in your past.
Thank you very much. Wonderful to talk.
Wonderful, yes.
Thank you. Okay, now I think we're finished. So.
Very well, I will go for now.
All right, thank you very much for your.
𝗍𝗞𝗞𝗏𝗍𝗐𝗐𝗐𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏
Thank you.
Hello.
Welcome back. Hello, welcome back.
Hi.
Hi, very interesting. We had a white dragon and Tekkrr was here for a while and very nice.
And seraphims?
A seraphim. Elijah didn't come today. I'm surprised.
Tekkrr.
I think he wasn't prepared. He was
Jim,
going, "What, we're on today? Well, what happened?"
So Jim, thank you so much. We will see you in 2 weeks, I believe,
Okay, thanks.
if that's correct. And we can
Actually, I have my schedule is totally wrong written now because
well, we can, if you want to come next week or just in
yeah, I'll do next week and then every 2 weeks after that.
perfect. Okay, so
Oh,
you'll be back next
nice.
week. Yeah,
Okay, I will be here next week.
perfect, Jim.
Thank you, Jim.
Okay.
Blessings.
All right, thanks. All right. I just want
We're
to
going to end a little early. Rivka, just quiet for a moment. We're going to end. We're going to end a little early so Jim can get ready for his session. But in the meantime, while you're going, maybe we can have Angie just give an announcement one more time on the upcoming class and the upcoming workshop.
Okay.
Angie?
Hi, everybody. Thank you. The workshop is scheduled for August 13th through the 17th. It is, we can have at this point in New York and have a gathering of 10 or less. And so at this point, we're going to go with that, with the 10. So if you're interested, please let me know. Workshop at hucolo.org and we will get your name on the list. Once there's 10, I think what we'll do is we'll stop it at that. And then everything else will be online. We will have the ability for everyone to have online classes.
All right, perfect.
So it's August 13th to the 17th. And it is $575 if you show up in person, and we will definitely work on a price per class. The information that's coming through for this workshop is going to be is going to be things that have not been taught yet, and so we're all set there.
Okay, so much love to everyone. Jim will be back next week, so yay for that. Everything worked out in the perfect way. Have a great session, Jim. And everyone else, much love to you, and we will see you next time. And if you haven't like and subscribe, push the button. And if you would like to be in the room during the webinars with Jim, that's for Hucolo Club members. That's why we take less questions from the chat. So you can become a member of Hucolo at hucolo.org/webinars. And for $10 a month, you just help support all of our endeavors over here. And it also gives you access to the webinars twice a month with Jim Charles. This time it'll be 3 times a month. So yay, bonus. Okay, much love to everyone, and we will see you next time. Stay safe, stay healthy. We love you.